Okay, it's that time again. Time to do some refrigerator maintenance time. Cleaning the condenser. Okay, condenser cleaning time. Let's pull that fridge out. Okay, so first thing you want to do is you want to get your vacuum cleaner and lay it so the hose, the sucking part of the hose, is on the floor in the front of the fridge. So when you blow the condenser out with the CO2 or air, it'll blow out, it'll catch it in the front. So you put your vacuum cleaner like that. Need some tools and some air to blow out the condenser. And let's blow it from back to front. Okay. Okay, so fridge is pulled out. You want to get it all the way out. Alright, so you want to have it all the way pulled out so that it's all the way so you're blocking any dust from coming up. So it just catches it all right down there. Okay, and be prepared. The back of your fridge is going to look pretty nasty back here because it hasn't been pulled out in a few years. So you need to broom and wash everything. Okay, so first thing you do is get yourself a 5-gallon bucket. Little brush. I've used this brush, works really good for floors. This one I get right here. Got it in Ralph's for like $2.95. Good for condenser cleaning brush too. Little sponge. Got a little towel in there. Just take a 5-gallon bucket, put it in your shower, put some dish soap in it, and get hot water from your shower, and you can go to town on the floor. Doesn't cost you a bunch of money in chemicals or anything like that. You can use an old towel. I have a towel that got a bunch of junk on it, so I just cut it up into some rags. So you can use a towel or two to wipe off the floor if you want to. But I just use a sponge. I didn't need to use any chemicals. You might need to let some water sit on some of the stains if you get like bubble gum stains on the floor or something from stuff, M&Ms or something rolling underneath the fridge, or anything like that. So, but yeah, I just sponged off the floor with some water. Just kind of sponged off the grill too, a little bit there. Worked real nice. Sponge off the wall and your side walls, here too, and go up the back, and do your around the plug. Don't get any water in the plug, but just damp sponge the wall, just everything. Damp sponge the wall and everything. I didn't even need to dry the floor. Just kind of was not very wet the sponge takes up a lot of the water. Worked real well. Just a 5-gallon bucket, dish soap, and easy peasy. So let's take off the back of this grill and blow this condenser out. Get that done. I think I'm going to change that water line too. It's been these water lines are only good, I think, for 10 years guarantee. That water line was installed 2003. This is 2019. That's like 16 years. So yeah, time for a new water line. I got one of them, I think, in my overstock here. Okay, let's get this done. Okay, so throw down moving blanket. I got the moving blanket from Home Depot. You fold it in half and then in half again. Works good for cushioning your knees on the floor. Always take care of your knees. You try to take care of your first set. Second set of knees is expensive, I've heard. Anyways, okay, so let's get this done. Okay, I like to put a Sharpie around the screw holes, like that, around where the holes go. I just took out that screw, so I know exactly where my screws go back in. Takes 2 seconds to label it. A little bit of labeling before you take something apart can make your life a whole lot easier putting stuff back together. So just take a Sharpie, any kind of pen, marker, ink pen, and do that. Makes your life a whole lot easier. Then you know that you don't have any on the bottom when you see there's a hole. But you're going to say, okay, where's the screw for that, blah, 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 you know? And you know there was nothing, okay? So that's why I do it. Okay, makes your whole life easy, a lot easier. Okay, let's see what we're looking at. Okay, I got all the screws out. It's only 5 screws. I use a little 1/4-inch nut driver. Oh, actually, there's a sixth one up there. Oops. But anyways, a little 1/4-inch nut driver. You don't even need a drill. Just 6 hole screws. Here you go. Let's see what we got. Oi, chihuahua. Oi. Not good. Glad I'm doing this now. Spin it. That up. Well, that was just my visual inspection in there. I did that. Okay, that was okay. Oh, condenser clean. Oh. Yeah. Hope it's. I think I did it in 2014 too. I just didn't write it. Okay, let's get this done. I knew my fridge was struggling a bit. I thought it was. Yeah. It's before summertime. This is June 11th or something. June 11th or 12th. Yeah. I knew the damn thing was struggling a bit. Let's get this sucker clean. Okay. I use the vacuum to. Okay, I use the vacuum to just get a little patch of it off. But there's no place to put the vacuum, so you have to blow these out. So you just turn on the vacuum and you blow it to the front. Let's get this done. Okay, this is what happens when you don't have the, I don't know if I got a light on. Yeah, I think I do. This is what happens when you don't put the nozzle in the front and you take the nozzle back here to do your, you know, some of it back here. So, let's see, yeah. See what we got now. Should be good. Blew out a lot of stuff. As you can see, man, this came out the front. Gnarly. Okay. So hopefully it'll be a lot better. Don't think there's any way to. Have you guys ever used coil cleaner on these things at all? Some light evaporants or anything? If anybody has, let me know. Okay. Got a new braided ice maker line. Keep a couple of these at the house. Let's put a new line on this baby. Clean out those little solenoids. We got some kind of issue going on with the water pressure. I think I got some crapola in there. Gotta take that apart right there. Not getting good water flow out. Okay. Yep, just as I thought. Got crapola in the old hose. Also noticed the connections weren't that tight. And when I usually put stuff together, it's tight. So that's weird. must have loosened up over time. The seat, that's what it is. I think it just uses like a little nylon seat, and the nylon seat gets compressed over time. That's what it is, and that's how they end up leaking. So I had a little bit of drippage on this one, just ever so micro slightly. Yeah, good time to do the hose. This is, like I said, 2019. It was put in 2003, so overdue for a hose, that's for sure. Whoa, check this, guys. I didn't even notice this. Look at all the dirt that came out the front. And this floor was spotless. I just washed and waxed this floor yesterday. Wow. That's all the stuff that came out, that stuff. And then I had the other stuff that was... Yeah, I cleaned this up. See, this all nice and clean again. Hopefully I'm going to try and get the apartment complex to replace the carpet to do. Been here for a long time. So, yeah, that was a lot of stuff that came out of that thing, man. Okay guys, check this shit out. So I thought I was having some kind of blockage with my filter thing and everything, with my solenoids in here. But I disconnected the hose from there, put a new hose on, and I got good flow out of the hose to the refrigerator. But this just goes up in and out of the filter. So this is just in and out of the filter. And then I bought one of those new filters online for 10 bucks or whatever, cheaper, you know, it looked like the exact same filter. But look at this shit. Got nothing coming out of it. It's a cracked filter, man. I'm gonna try, maybe it's the valve or something in the filter thingy, but I bet it's some piece of junk filter. Maybe there's something in it, I don't know, but that's my flow problem. That ain't no good. So I know I got awesome flow out of the hose. I checked the hose. Okay, yeah, baby, man. Check this out now. That sponge, so make a mess. Okay, turn on the water. I got awesome flow now. All I did was undo the filter. I undid the filter inside the fridge, pulled it out, shook the water out of it, give it a shake, and put it in, not the same way I took it out, you know, spun it, you know, and just put it in. Goes in like probably one of two ways, front, you know, you get what I'm saying. Anyways, I don't know how many ways it goes in, but anyways, I just put it back in a different way. And we got awesome flow. I'm guessing the valve inside the thing, inside the body, didn't like me changing the filter with the water pressure on. So you guys, in the past, I think I've always turned off the water. So that's what I recommend you do. So change the water filter if you end up with that problem, that low flow and the pipe shuttering type of problem with the valve. So this is awesomeness. Okay, so I can hook this back up and I should have good water flow to my ice maker now and to my water dispenser. All right, cool. Okay guys, this was right here on there. Just unclip it. I've got a video on this one, how to take this out. So you just unclip it and just pull it straight down. It just sticks over the thing. Make sure you do it when the fridge has been off for at least a half an hour. And it looks, see that blockage? Well, it looks like a blockage to me. So let's see what we got. Could just be a stain. I don't know, but let's blow through it and see if we get anything coming out. See if I can do this on camera. Yeah, it's not a blockage, it's just a stain. So I'd like to run I usually have a tube brush with me, but I left it in one of my jobs last week. So I'm going to use a paper towel and a screwdriver and push it through it, and then blow it out with air, because it's a bit of a curve and stuff. So I want to. So, yep. Let's see if I can get that stain rid of that, clean that up a bit. Okay, this is just gonna have to wait for another day. It's just a light stain. I'll do it another day. A screwdriver and a piece of rag is not gonna work as far as too much bend. I'm not gonna screw with it. I want to get this thing back online. Been off for like an hour, half hour already, so I want to get my fridge back working. Done enough so far. So take your sponge and sponge down your compressor too in the base pan. Clean any scudge. There was a little piece of scudge in there. I thought it was rust, but it wasn't, just scudge. I gotta wipe this out some more. But wipe off your fan blade real gently. Be very careful. Make sure that spin's okay. Seems good. I'm gonna get a new one of these fan motors though. 16 years, gotta be on its way out. I don't know how long those things last. If you guys know how long those fans last, if you think it's a good idea for me to replace it now at 16 years, or just, I don't know, do they last forever? These are factory parts are usually better than the replacement parts, so I kind of hesitate replacing it, because usually replacement parts are junk. They last like 4 or 5 years, so I don't know. Anyways, but looking pretty good, I think. The condenser should be real good. I took a lot of crap out of this thing. I mean, those 2 tons of shit come out this side and the other side. A bunch of crap came out. On that side I already vacuumed it up, but this thing was dirty. So anyways, all right, let's put this thing back together. Get it back online. Okay. That's the final deal. It's all cleaned up. Paper toweled. All cleaned out. Let me turn off this flashlight. Okay, let me restart this thing. Alright. That's the final deal. It's going back together. Right now, it's all cleaned up. Any scudge is out of the pan. Wiped out, brushed out with that brush. And I also wiped off the outside cover with a sponge. Just sponge it. Sponge cover off the grill things. Okay. Yeah, just sponge off the cover. And that's pretty much it. Ready to put back together. Okay, the whole thing took me about an hour and a half to do. Okay, this is where the putting the Sharpie around circles around the screws really comes into play. You're end of the job, you're tired, you just want to get it back done. So you don't have to think about anything. You just put the screws back in. Boom, 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 boom. You know they're in the right spot. And that's it. Also put all the screws in loose. As you can see, they're a little bit loose. Just put them in halfway, all the way. That way you get all the cover sorted. So when all the screws are loose, you can move the cover around, get it right into place, and then you snug them down. That's the secret to putting on metal covers on any type of cabinets. Always put your screws in, only put them in loose, put them in halfway, 3/4 way. And then you can get all the screws in, then you tighten everything up. All right, thanks for watching. Click like on the video and subscribe. Thanks, bye. Okay, so I've got a new water hose on here. They're all cleaned up. All the inside parts all cleaned, pretty much. Anyways, good enough for today. Floor's cleaned. Unit's all cleaned. I just got a mark on the unit. Today's date that I cleaned the condenser. So I gotta put that on here. Okay. Okay, cover's all installed, and I have condenser cleaned. Notes on the fridge, on the back of the fridge. There we go. So, and okay, and new water line installed. Back of the fridge. Okay, it's been a good little fridge, that's for sure. It is a good little fridge. I love my baby. It's a good fridge. I'll put the model and serial on this thing. Two-door side-by-side refrigerator. Awesome fridge. New water line installed June 12th, 2019. Okay. Okay, our refrigerator's plugged in. It's started up. First thing you want to make sure is that your condenser fan's working. So that'll tell you that it's working. Just take a paper towel or a piece of toilet paper, whichever you want. But that tells you she's working. She's sucking air. You can hear the compressor working, so that's a good thing. Okay. Floor's all done. Refrigerator's all done. Condenser cleaned. The whole job to put a new water line on the back of the fridge and clean the condenser took me 2.5 hours. Just vacuumed up the gallon bucket with the sponge and the soapy water in it and everything, and I used the sponge, just got down on my hands and knees thing, and and it turns out we got like 30-degree air blowing, I think. Yep, 30-degree air blowing. Oh, I promised you guys model and serial number. Here we go. There's a good fridge, man, and my baby. So good fridge. Got it in 2003 when I moved. And fridge is kind of a mess right now. But there we go. Got Gatorades back here. Some meat. I always put my meat on the top shelf because it blows out like 20 degrees on the top shelf, so you keep your meat lasts like 10 days up on the top. And bread, second shelf, lasagna, berries, and that kind of stuff. Fridge is going to need some attention, that's for sure. Okay. Yep. And yep, that's me, guys. Gotta clean that photo. But, yep, a little Maui scuba diving trip. That was fun. So anyways, we're all done. So click like on the video and subscribe. Alright, take care. Bye. Okay, this is some bonus footage for you guys. How you tell if you're moving good air, you got good airflow. Take a paper towel or a piece of toilet paper and you see how it blows out like that. See how that's your good airflow. So toilet paper works better, but if you crinkle up a paper towel, kind of roll it and make it so it's flimsy, you can tell that, you see, you got the airflow. There we go. That's how you tell you got good airflow. Okay. And suction in that side. You can tell you got suction. And then you got airflow blowing out. Look at that baby. Look at that. Ooh.